Well, g'day guys, it's the Outback Legend here, and today what I have for you is my post-patch review of the L85A2 Assault Rifle in Battlefield 4. Now this assault rifle is an English-made assault rifle, and it's used by the British Armed Forces, and it has been tried and tested in many conflicts that the British Army has been involved in. Now in Battlefield 4, this weapon has a maximum damage output of 24 hit points of damage, and it drops down to 18 hit points of damage. So straight away there's some pretty decent stats for this weapon, and when you match that up with its 750 rounds per minute, this is really quite a decent weapon, especially when you use it in close to medium range. Now let's get into some gameplay. Now, this weapon really is actually quite a popular weapon in Battlefield 4. I see it used quite a lot, and it's used quite a lot for good reason, because it is actually a really decent weapon. It's particularly good in close to medium range. You can use it out to longer ranges, but I find it is actually rather difficult to use out at longer ranges. I don't particularly know why I have so much trouble with it out at longer ranges, but that's why I tend to try and stick with it into the close to medium range. Now, when you really take advantage of the 750 rounds per minute, you can really do a lot of damage with this weapon. I found that this weapon is a very consistent weapon. I found that I consistently do quite well with it, and I never really have too much trouble trying to use it. Now, the best way to use this weapon is to stick to the close to medium ranges, as I've said previously, and also I find that aiming down sight with this weapon, even in close quarters, seems to help it out a lot. I don't seem to do very well with hip firing with this gun for some reason. It's just not a very consistent hip firer. Now, as for shooting with this weapon, it's very easy just to go full auto with it, because 750 rounds per minute, you will cut straight through people with this gun. It's very good at doing that, and as I'm sure you've seen by some of the footage here, I'm getting quite a few triple kills with it, and it's also quite easy to take out 3 to 4 people in one clip with this gun. So overall, the damage output and the rate of fire really does make this gun a powerhouse. And when you back that up with a good sidearm, you will find that you will really go on some good kill streaks with this weapon. Now, if you do get into a long range engagement with this weapon, easiest way to come out on top is just to make sure that you burst fire 3 to 4 shots down range, try to strafe a bit so you can keep away from their bullets, and you should come out on top. But that's mainly why I personally try to stick to the closer ranges with this weapon. You still can do alright out at longer ranges, but as I've said, try to stick to the closer ranges to make full use of this weapon. Now, as for the setup for this weapon, I would run no barrel attachments, because since the patch, the barrel attachments just really seem to hinder the weapon more than they help it. Some weapons, they can certainly make use of a suppressor or even a flash hider, but for most weapons I've found that the barrel attachments just don't seem to do well. With the foregrip, I would definitely go and run an angled foregrip. When I first started using this weapon, I was running a stubby grip, and it was actually recommended to me by one of my viewers that I whack on an angled foregrip, because he felt that he did a lot better with it. And since I started using the angled grip, must say I agree completely. It just seems to help the weapon out so much more, and I don't know why, because I would have thought that the stubby grip would have done a lot better because of the accuracy bonus. And that being, this weapon also doesn't have that bad recoil. It's very manageable. So it's a little bit unusual that the angled foregrip does so much better than a stubby grip, but oh well, it certainly seems to help it, and that would be the foregrip that I would recommend, would be the angled grip. Now, as for accessories, I wouldn't really recommend using a laser sight, because I find that the hip firing on this weapon really isn't all that good, so I don't really make use of a laser sight, but I do make a lot of use of the tactical light because it counteracts the infrared and FLIR sights. So if you do want to run an accessory on this weapon, I would definitely recommend going for a tactical light or a flashlight, and you should be able to deal with those rather annoying FLIR sights and infrared sights. Now, as for a sight with this weapon, I personally like to use the Coyote sight, but I've also found that the Reflex RDS and the holographic sight do quite well, and also the Cobra sight. But so far for using this weapon, I found the Coyote sight I can definitely make the most use out of. So overall, I personally like the L85. I think it's a very good assault rifle. There are assault rifles that I do prefer, but this is definitely a good choice. So I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and also let me know down in the comments what kind of weapons you would like to see reviewed. This is the Outback Legend, and I shall catch you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.